What's going on, guys? I'm Justin Swanstrom. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. First off, let's go ahead and just start this thing off, which I want to thank each and every one of y'all that is subscribed to the channel. And if you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn that bell notification on, so when we post videos, y'all will be the first one to see it. We are back over here at Cameron Johnson Race Cars. Y'all know where he's building the prenup car, our street outlaw, no prep king / RVW car. A lot of things are going into this build that are very unique, very cool, and I'm trying to keep y'all up with the process either on my channel or over on Cameron's channel. We're working together. We're trying to get all the content we can out there to y'all. But in today's video, we are going to be showing y'all a little bit more about what they have put inside prenup. As you can see, most of the floor is in carbon fiber, titanium, and the belly pans are made out of aluminum, right?
Yeah.
So the only two pieces that'll be aluminum on the car will be the transmission belly pan and the engine belly pan, which we'll show you that here in a little bit as well. Cameron's coming over right now because he's got to finish doing the titanium floor for the driver over here, and we're going to get into talking a little bit about some of the stuff that has been going on with this build up here in the shop. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and hop up underneath the car real quick. Cameron's got this special rolling chair. It rolls around so smoothly. But if you look up underneath here, carbon fiber, all held in by Zeus tabs. Damn, this thing does shock you.
I told you.
So you use an Allen Zeus tab instead of a, like a flathead screwdriver. What size Allen are those?
3/16.
And all the Allens on the car will be the same, right? There won't be no mixing or anything. But as you can see, guys, it's all nice and flat underneath the car, the carbon fiber look. They do got to rip this off. That'll be your aluminum look, but we're going to be powder coating that. That stuff's getting powder coated satin black?
Yeah, satin black.
Can we powder coat the titanium or no?
No.
Cameron won't let me powder coat the titanium, but they're going to get that. Now, those get welded in, correct?
Yeah, bolts.
So
those screws.
Okay, like the firewall?
Yeah.
Check out the zoomies up underneath the car. Those came out nice. And we still, they're done on the passenger side, minus we got to put an O2 bung, which basically he'll take a piece of tubing. How big is that tubing?
1 inch.
1 inch, and he'll tie all 4 tubes in together. O2 will go in it, and then the tube will exit out of the car. And we got to put EGTs on this car. We got with Petty, we got with Eric Dillard and the Proline crew, and they told us we had to run an O2 and EGTs on this car. Once the floor and everything gets done inside here, then they will be able to get over here and knock out the driver's side's headers. But I just wanted to show y'all underneath on how things are looking, how flat and everything is. Cameron's coming over here right now so he can start doing the titanium floor on the driver's side. So like we were saying, the whole entire driver's side is going to be titanium. This is where the actual seat mounts there. Got to finish cutting that, getting that up going. But that stuff will all be welded in with tabs, bolted all in. As you can see, this whole entire, all 3 of these pieces getting carbon fiber are just
titanium. Oh, here? Yeah.
No, yeah. And those are already cut. They just got to weld the tabs in. They could bolt that stuff in, but stuff's coming together nicely. You can see they got the parachute handle inside the car with the air launcher set up. That's going to be very nice to be able to grab. It's very easy. The electronics go right here. This is basically my ignition panel, so I'm able to fire the car up. We just got done talking about where we're going to mount the FT Spark for this setup, which is right here. So I think we're gonna get Cameron and the guys to make us some kind of deal, for the firewall. And this has got to get set inside the car for Justin at Modern Racing to be able to actually wire. So Cameron came up with an idea to actually mount it on the firewall like this, because firewall goes from here up here to the windshield mount, because this is where the windshield is going to be, and then our hood's going to actually go over that windshield bar probably about 1 inch or so. So if this thing sets right here nice and flush, we will be okay, and Justin will be able to wire this thing, get everything situated. We got some other stuff that we have to mount inside the car, one being fresh air system for me, because I'm fat, so I gotta have fresh air inside the car, especially going down the track trying to run 369 all the time. All right, guys, so after we were talking about putting FT Spark, this is a box that Modern Racing makes This is where all the fuel tech system will go inside here basically, and I can't wait to show y'all actually whenever Justin and them wire the car how clean this setup is going to be. I'll actually drop a photo right here real quick of a car that's going to have similar to what we're going to have, but basically all the wiring goes inside this box. This box is going to get mounted inside the car right here. Then we'll put all the wiring inside it. It'll be very clean looking. You won't be able to see nothing. Justin and them have came up with this setup, and it also Zeus's in and out of the car. So there will be two male and female connectors right here on the outside. So if there's ever an issue, all you gotta do is unplug it, you unzeus it, and this whole entire piece comes out of the car. If I have to ship it back to Justin, or if he's at the track, just pull it out of the car, let him fix it, put it back in. So it's something nice, very lightweight, you can see. And I can't wait to actually get everything in so Justin and them can get their hands on it for this thing to get wired. Why you always making unnecessary noise? You gonna clean this thing up, right? What am I getting? The titanium that was behind the fucking shop or something?
Yeah.
It's like his shit was fucking laid out in the weather.
It's seasoned.
It's seasoned. Is that what it is?
It's actually more money because it's seasoned.
I got you. Anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and show you one thing that we will be running on this car. Running Street Outlaw No Prep Kings, everybody knows you don't get tickets. Some no time races we go to, there are no tickets. We run a draggy inside the car. A lot of people run them. It's no secret. But with a draggy, you're actually able to set it inside the car. It's magnetic, so it just sets anywhere, and it connects to your phone via Bluetooth. You set it all up, you get everything ready. When you go to make a pass down the track, basically this gives you your data, your ET slip, your 60 foot, your 330, your 1/8 mile, your mile an hour. You can even run it out to 1/4 mile if you want to. A lot of people have ran it. It's very accurate. I have ran it. It's within 1 or 2 numbers. It is very accurate. And when we actually run this combination next month, we will be running the draggy on it too, so we can just see how accurate it is behind the Pro Charger setup. When I had it in behind the big 959 Musi motors, ran within 1 or 2 numbers and everything was good. So we're gonna see if that's the same here. This car is gonna have a lot more vibration. There's some things that I will be getting to on this channel about what we're gonna have to do to be able to maintenance everything, to make sure everything stays where it needs to stay, all the bolts stay tight, all that stuff. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and stay waiting for that video to come out here soon. But I just wanted to go ahead and let y'all know, and you can actually get these things on Draggy's website. They're pretty cool to have, because if you're ever in oh shit circumstances and you ain't allowed to get tickets or something, this deal here is pretty cool to be able to have inside your car, so you're able to get some kind of time slip. So back to the parachute handle real quick. It is made out of carbon fiber. That deal's taped in there right now for Eddie. I kind of probably just messed it up. He'll be back here in the morning cussing at me. But so if you see me driving no prep before, am I in your way? You're okay? I got you. Driving, if you see me driving in no prep cars before, or most of the cars, you see when I let go of the training brake, I go up and I grab the parachute. One, being on no prep, it's kind of sketchy going down through there. You're going very fast. A lot of stuff can happen. I've actually wrecked a car before because of my stupidity. I was looking in the other driver's lane instead of looking down my lane, and by the time I was back over, it was already too late. Hopefully, knock on wood, that never happens again. It has taught me to be a better driver. But I put my hand on the parachute because if there's ever any kind of feeling, and you drive with the feeling in your ass is in the seat, that's the closest thing to the ground. That's what moves if the ass end washes out or anything. So if I feel anything inside the car, my hand is already on the parachute. So, you know, I let go of the button, 5-finger discount. Stevie Jackson taught me that. You know, bam, go ahead and grab the parachute. Anything that happens, I go ahead and throw the chute out, because it does save cars. And we'll actually drop a clip right here for whenever I was running no prep last year, and I actually had to pull the parachute at the 330 and drive all the way through to the 1/8 mile and win the race. So I'm glad they got that deal inside there. The air launcher, that does go off of a button if we want to use a button on the steering wheel. But another reason why we put that in there, because I got with Justin at Modern Racing. They actually have this box, and I don't know the name of it right now, but what it does is it's in our wiring, and how it works is it hooks up to the burst panel on the engine. A lot of guys using it in NHRA. I seen it this weekend when I was out there watching Orlando Speed World, the Pro Mod guys run in the Pro Stock. Basically what happens is on the burst panel on the engine, every engine has a burst panel of some sort. If the motor was to expire, if it was to explode, basically it's gonna blow that burst panel. There's a wire that goes over the top of the burst panel. When the burst panel blows and it breaks the wire, it automatically is going to cut the fuel off to the engine. It's gonna automatically cut the ignition off up top, and it will automatically throw the parachutes out the rear. So we are gonna have that set up in the car. That's why we had to put that air launcher chute. So even though I pull the chutes 98% of the time by myself with my hand, if there's ever a factor, an engine blows up, anything happens, any kind of explosion, that burst panel is gonna open up and it's gonna go ahead. It's gonna cut the ignition, it's gonna cut the fuel, and it's gonna dump the chutes out. It's kind of like a safety factor. I want it inside my car. I was glad Cameron then put it in, and I'm glad Justin then we're gonna wire it in. So that was pretty cool to put that deal inside there. This car is getting basically the best of the best. I don't think I'll ever build another car due to the fact this thing is so nice, and it's cost a lot of money to be able to get this thing together. So I think I'm good for the next couple years with owning this car, owning Twisted Tea. I still have Midnight. I just don't know where direction that car is going, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this car, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun with Twisted Tea. I wasn't complaining about it. I was just wondering why it's got burnt marks. Somebody was back there
Look,
torching it. Oh, that's the good side.
Well, yeah, since you complained, I flipped it over.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and talk about something real quick. I think I have mentioned it in the videos previous, but right here to the valve cover, this is going to be like a, what do they call these? Like a vent tube, or?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's going to the frame rail. But what do they call them? They got to have some kind of name for them. What is it?
Blow-by.
Like a blow-by deal? So we're running our blow-by through the frame rails. So this deal is going to have a special hose that we had to get from Bickle, and special fittings. It'll connect to the valve cover. It'll come up here to the frame rail, kind of like what's on Twisted Tea. We just ran it from the valve cover through the car out to the box out rear. This one's going to be a little different. It's going to go ahead and run through the double frame rail inside the car. Cameron and Eddie made special pieces right there, welded them to the chassis. You can see the black hose is already connected on it. That thing will come out, and we are building a special box that is going to fit right inside there with, how big is the stack? How big is that tubing? 2 inch, or? A 2-inch tube is going to stick out of the center of this thing. So this fire-breathing dragon, whenever we're up there whopping the throttle, is going to be able to have a little vent right here just out the back, and it may have a little choo-choo smoke. I love that whenever I see a turbo car or a Pro Charger come up and you see that little bit of smoke hazing out of the back of the car. It just looks awesome to me. So we're going to go ahead and head over to Corey's side of the shop real fast so we can show you. He's the one that's going to be building the box. They're going to be finishing it tomorrow, mounting it inside the chassis. And I just can't preach enough of just how much detail is going into this car. I'm keeping y'all as updated as I can. Cameron's doing awesome work. All the guys here are doing awesome work, and we're going to keep on dropping videos and just showing y'all what's all going inside this thing. We're coming to the end. There's still a lot of stuff to do, but it's a lot less than there was a month ago whenever Cameron and them were all getting started on this thing. So it's coming together nicely. But let's head on over to the other side of the shop so I can show you this tank. All right, guys, so this is a special tank. It's got a bunch of baffles and everything inside it, so that's why that deal looks like that inside there. Corey had to weld that all up. This deal is going to go on top. Here's our stack that's going to go out the top of the deal, but that still's got to get all welded, and that's going to hold anything that decides wants to push from the engine or the transmission. We are going to be running our transmission lines, vent tubes to the frame rail as well. And if any kind of pressure or anything will come back, it'll dump into this tank. It'll have a little cockpit valve on the bottom. We'll be able to drain it between rounds, and hopefully we don't have no issues or any kind of back pressure. All right, so you've seen the tank over there. Basically, look how much room is inside here. I understand there's not a rear end and there's not wheel tubs, but even with the rear end and wheel tubs in here, the wheel tubs are going to stop about right here, and then they're going to have carbon fiber that's going to run to the rear here. But all this is going to be wide open. We're building some flaps in the trunk lid so the air can escape, but that tank is going to sit right inside here with this X-brace, with the tube sticking out of the car, so the trunk lid. So I just wanted to go ahead and jump up on our here real quick, show y'all what's going to be going on. We also got to build our parachute bracket off of the chassis, our push bar, a lot of stuff. They still got to mount the fenders. The photos that you've seen of the car on radials and on big tires, yes, the fenders are blowed out a little bit. You can see where they got them mounted right here, but you see how much play this is? So that's why whenever we get the rear end from Marty, Maryland in, we're going to go ahead and mount the wheels, get all that up. We're going to suck the fenders in as much as we can, make it look presentable and look good. You can see the weight tabs that Cameron put back here. You could put little 5-10 pound pucks, or we have a 50 pound, what size is that tube? 2 inch, 3 inch? 2 inch tube box that's going to go right here on both sides. We got tabs in the rear. There's a lot of tabs in this car, boys, that's going to be able to allow us to put weight wherever we want. And you can see how thick this hose is. It's a heavy duty deal. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna be very excited to actually get inside. Check that right here. That's kind of like what I look at. That's what my vision is right there. That's what I see. But I can't wait to actually go out there, whop the throttle, and have some fun with this thing.
.028.
Is that like?
How thick it is.
What I'm saying, is that what like everybody uses, or how thick can you go?
032. I mean, that's normal.
What's this step down for?
So the other goes on the front of the car like this, so the next sheet can go in here, so that it doesn't catch the air going down the track.
Okay.
If you didn't put that and you just overlap it this way,
it would catch air through. So basically, it'll look like one transition.
Yeah.
See, that's what I talk about, the attention to detail. Look, do you go through and deburr all of them?
Yeah.
Like everybody's cars, or just mine?
Everybody. That's it.
So that means that piece is done, and just, I mean.
Well, it's 100% done yet. They all gotta get bead rolled still, but.
What's bead roll?
Step them, make a little shape, step makes them stronger.
See, look, now it doesn't look like someone's over here lighting a fire with it.
Yeah. Well, that side still does a little bit, but it's all right. The bottom side.
Also, guys, Cameron's got his, I think it's a Scion, right?
Yes.
So, y'all go over to his channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to it as well. He'll be bringing this car out on the channel more. He started out with this project a while back, building it. He got my car in here, a couple other different people's builds, so he's had to put his stuff on the back burner for right now, but he's about to get started right back on it, and he's going to be showing y'all a bunch of videos. As you can see, he got the titanium wishbone inside the car right there. Did you do titanium 4-link brackets in that car or no?
No.
Are you
got wishbone, dual frame rail, some other stuff. I'll post some videos of that stuff. But
so
people were asking about.
I know a lot of people were asking about where's his car at and all that, but we're gonna keep that stuff for his channel. I don't want to be posting that deal over on mine because it's not my car, but it's a beautiful piece, and he put a lot into it. And if you go over to his channel, subscribe to it, you'll be able to see his stuff. And this is actually the first car I've ever seen where they've done titanium double frame rail.
Yep.
So we'll see how that holds up. They'll be running big tire and some radial stuff with this car as well.
All right, guys. So last night we worked pretty late. Left off with one piece missing. We got that piece finished up this morning. Showed you some stuff from underneath. Obviously the carbon's pretty much done. The titanium's gonna get marked here along the tubes, and then we'll move it in about a 1/2 inch and do a step, or however Jesse decides to design that deal. But put a step in, it makes it more rigid. Have a little piece here, obviously, also because the way we mount our pedals are up a little bit. So we mount a piece here for Justin's feet so that he can reach the pedals.
Maybe can, but I know talk about. Yeah, I've seen you do it.
What?
Yeah, you turn the gas off. No.
Eddie's got the tank ready to tack up, just got the bottom mounted. Cut the pieces for the top. All that's ready to go together. Also this morning he came in, he got the draggy mounted, made a quick little bracket for that. So it can't slide forward or backwards even though it's magnetic. Want to make sure it doesn't move around much. Fresh air, mounted. Machined a little tab for the bracket for the parachute deal so that it all pivots on the same point, doesn't bind up. Got the FT Spark mounted right here. Working on mounting the box, the modern racing box where they put all the electronics, goes up here. That'll be mounted here later today.
So anyways, guys, I want to go ahead and thank y'all once again for subscribing to the channel. If you made it all the way to the end here, we have merchandise coming out here soon. I'm going to go ahead and drop 2 photos of maybe a little teaser of what we've been working with. Y'all let me know if you like it or not down in the comments section. Smash that subscribe button, turn that bell notifications on. I'm Justin Swanstrom, and I'll see y'all at the next video.